knew the return to World War II would turn out this well. Here we go, our review of one of the greats of 2008. Call of Duty World at War arrived in style and certainly silenced a lot of skeptics and critics, me being one of them. Let's get the good stuff out of the way. The graphics, incredible. Modern Warfare was and still is a great looking first person shooter, but I don't know how Activision did it. But World at War looks better. Yup, the visuals here are beyond breathtaking. No letdowns here. From the character designs to the animations, environments, particle effects, weapon designs. As a matter of fact, even though the overall game blew me away visually, the weapon design is what really caught my eye. Look at the details here. Notice how detailed the reloads are. I'm no gun specialist, but I have reason to believe this here is an exact replica. So yeah, the visuals are great, but what about the audio? Well, again, the developers delivered. Everything here is on point. All the explosions, gun blasts, environment sounds, everything is on point. The scores are perfect, puts you right into the battle. The voice acting deserves awards. Kiefer Sutherland, one of my favorites, did an excellent job.
Years after the raid on Macon, we're heading up an all-out assault on Peleliu Island.
Here's another thing. The fact that we were brought back into World War II one last time by Call of Duty, and it worked so well. I was one of the people filled with doubt, and reasonably so. After seeing the success of Modern Warfare, skepticism is only natural, but they did it, and they did it well. I must admit that myself, along with many other Call of Duty fans, did miss a lot of the high-tech gadgetry from Modern Warfare. Gadgetry that couldn't possibly be duplicated in this era. But it wasn't missed to the point that you'd be saying, enough of this. No, the old crap guns work well one last time. Online. Now this section of Call of Duty goodness will have to be covered in a bit more detail in another episode under the PG's pick section, because trust me, I don't like to rush the reviews, as you all know by now, but this is only a half-hour slot, so I'll sum it up as well as I can. Most of the other elements that we've grown accustomed to in Modern Warfare are back. The ability to upgrade your character's rank and earn a lot of new abilities, guns and so on are still here. Leveling up, which was a major point in Modern Warfare, is here. The robust selection of game modes are also here in full effect. You unlock more and more of them as you go along. Then added to the multiplayer mayhem is the all-new 4-player co-op. Now this is what I'm talking about. Do you now see why I go on and on every show about co-op campaign? If it wasn't a big deal, why would Activision use it as World at War's major selling point? I'm not the only gamer who appreciates this style of play, be it online or System Link. But this brings me to another point. You've heard me talk about the disadvantages of online play, right? Yeah, disadvantages like no teamwork. People who play team deathmatches without really grasping the concept of the word team. In any multiplayer online game, you'll find the same thing. Nobody works as a team. I honestly don't understand why some people even buy headsets. Maybe to just talk trash. But if you don't have a real group of friends to play online with, then more than likely you'll meet up with the same people I do. Lone wolves and morons. Morons who will, instead of going to play free-for-all, come over to the team deathmatch or co-op lobby and ruin the session. Anyway, that can't be blamed on the software, so no points lost for that crap. In the gameplay area, World at War offers you a lot of good stuff. Now, when playing campaign on the hardest difficulty, you'll notice that the enemy is as relentless as the pros online. Not as smart, but still they put up a good fight. The good thing is you're given a very forgiving checkpoint system. This helps balance out the difficulty a bit. When bullets and grenades are pouring down at you, it's good to know that when one hits home, you don't have to start way back. You can also throw back a grenade or two, but I don't advise anyone to make that a regular practice. There's also the flamethrower. When you find this monster, that will also help even the odds a bit. Here are some things I don't like about World at War. First is the sprinting. I mentioned this earlier about Bad Company. EA got it right there. But in Call of Duty, man, this has to be the silliest crap I've ever seen. In all the Call of Duty games, it's like this. You run a couple feet and that's it. Your soldier starts walking. Now, are you trying to tell me that all these soldiers are coincidentally asthmatic? Even I could run for longer than that. It's like the worst thing. When you're trying to run across a battlefield, or you know in multiplayer that someone's after you, you sprint for 2 seconds and that's it. And even with the added perk to run longer, it's still a joke. Then back to the whole breath thing. When you use your sniper rifle, as we have all come to know since probably Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, you hold your breath for a steady aim. This guy must have lung problems. I personally timed it. I can hold my breath much longer than this out of shape, pitiful excuse for a soldier. That's just lame. The enemy AI plus your squad mate's AI is also silly. Yes, the enemy soldiers are brutal, but that's just brawn and no brains. And as usual, it seems like asking for too much when we say we want a competent squad. Also, there's still no lean out or cover system, and that's still a problem. But all in all, World at War is indeed one of the greats, one of the best for 2008 and worth buying. An incredible first-person shooter that probably deserves an entire review section for itself. With all the pros and the little cons, we give it a 9 out of 10. Don't go far. After the break, we discuss the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty 4. Plus, we have Tifa in the celeb section.